Okay, wonderful. Okay, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I believe I would have been in communication with most of you already. Is there anyone here that was not part of the WhatsApp group? No? Okay, so you've been at least reading my messages. I want to first thank you for your interest and for actually sacrificing not just your money but your time. And in fact, I think your time is more important. So I want to thank you for at least dedicating some of that very valuable resource to me. All right? Did everyone get a chance to look through the PDF? No? Okay. Well, I was forewarned in some instances. But in effect, this first presentation is going to be just a review of beginner stock market investing, and the entire purpose of it is to actually get everyone up to scratch on the basics of the stock market, what it is, how it works, and how one can benefit from it. And of course, it would be remiss of me if I did not mention the risk associated with investing in the stock market. So we will also take a look at that. All right? So most of you have already known this information. Again, my name is Devrhoid Davis. I am the co-founder and CEO of Caribbean Value Investor Corporation, which is an independent equity research firm and a company that is seeking to spread the message of financial literacy among Jamaicans. Our strategic goal is to actually reach 20% of the Jamaican population over the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. So, which one of those images come to mind when you hear of the stock market? Oh, let me insert this right at this point. My intent is for this to be very conversational. Okay, so if you have questions midway the presentation, you can feel free to interrupt and to ask. Alright? Well, not interrupt, but indicate and then ask. Additionally, none of my questions are rhetorical. Alright? So, which one comes to mind? Bottom right. Okay. Well, the ambition of myself and the goal of this presentation is that by the end of it, you will be able to look at the stock market as being more a representation of actual assets, buildings, actual businesses, than as purely numbers. And so we take a look at the content or the overview of what this presentation is going to be about. We'll be talking about, well, just an overview of who I am, though I think if you read the book you already know, that's why I'll run through that very quickly. Then we'll talk about Caribbean Value Investor just a little bit. Then we'll get into the meat of the matter, which is what is the stock market. We'll talk about how it works, how you can benefit from the stock market, the risks involved. Then we'll look a little bit at investing philosophies and time horizon. And then finally, we'll look at some skills and tools that you can use to profit within the stock market. Sound fair? The presentation is 45 minutes long, but you should be able to, well, the intention is that you not fall asleep. So, if you need a break, you can also indicate that. Moving quickly, I'm Devrhoid Davis. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm an investor. So, I will take the opportunity to insert my favorite disclaimer here that all of the information that we will present in this presentation and throughout this workshop is strictly for information and educational purposes. It is not intended to be misconstrued as financial advice, and it does not constitute a recommendation for any stock or any security in particular. Alright? We're clear on that. So we now go here say Devrhoid beats sick. Alright? Good. Good. So we're clear on that. A little bit more about me. I started investing in 2013. Now I'm a shareholder in all those companies that you see there. I manage a 7-figure portfolio. I won't tell you where on the scale of 1 to 7 that is. But I do have a passion for analysis and reading. My bachelor's degree is in engineering, and so we love to talk a little bit about what does an engineer really know about finance and the stock market. But we'll get there. And then finally, you would have known that if you've seen the website, that I have compiled numerous stock market reports and published numerous articles on the stock exchange. So my question, what does a physicist know about the stock market? So, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing that happened in World War II. Have you ever wondered what happened to all of those physicists and engineers after the war ended? No? Probably not, right? Well, they are all residing on Wall Street. And what they have done is they have basically revolutionized the stock market and the entire financial industry. In fact, I'll go as far as to say or tell you now that the originators of Bitcoin are engineers and computer scientists. This makes sense, right? That they would be scientists and not necessarily finance people. Is everybody here familiar with Bitcoin? Or you've at least heard about it? Does anybody here understand it? That should be, in fact, no one is an engineer. Hence, so where we are now, our financial sector and the financial industry is now being overrun, or rather being ushered into this new age with engineers, computer scientists, programmers, etc. And you would have all heard the new buzz term, fintech, right? Well, fintech, you've never heard of fintech? Anybody have NCD mobile app? No? Oh, that's right. I know I did notice most of you, the payments came from Scotia. So there are a lot of Scotia customers in here. Quick question, how many of you have Scotia shares? Okay, good. Well, hopefully by the end of this, you can at least assess whether or not you want to take up a position in Scotia. So even though I said all of that, I think it would be appropriate for me to just give you a few of my credentials within the financial sector. So I completed the JSE online securities course. I actually got one of the highest grades, 86%. So that's within the history of the course. I also completed the Bloomberg Market Concepts course, and I've done numerous courses in financial analysis and accounting, all right, short courses. And I continue to do that. I do that on an ongoing basis. I believe in continued education, and so I continue to make myself current with at least the latest happenings within the industry and within the sector. Now, a little bit about Caribbean Value Investor. How many of you have seen the website? Hands higher, please. All right. Well, you will get the opportunity to use it, hopefully, in this workshop. So, Caribbean Value Investor, as I mentioned earlier, is an independent equity research firm. It's a website that actually has three main elements to it. The first is the one you probably interacted with, which is the news website, where we publish articles and analysis on the publicly listed companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The second aspect of it is what we call the FinGen platform, it being short for Financial Engine, where you can actually do side-by-side comparisons on companies that are listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. And then lastly, there is the altruistic arm of the company that is focused on increasing financial literacy and investing knowledge among Jamaicans. We're now operating within that space in this workshop. Okay? So that's just the website link. And here, this is just a slide showing some of the services that we offer. So primarily independent equity research, or tagline is that we provide intelligence and insights to sow and grow your investment dollars. And some of our services include company analysis, technical analysis, industry research, SWOT analysis, as well as we feature brokers and we offer stock tracking. Alright, so that would have been all of the preamble. The meat of the matter, what is the stock market? My intention is that by the end of the presentation, you will be able to appreciate the stock market as just another market. What are the differences though? Or rather, what defines a market? So a market has products or service available on it, and it details, it gives you a price. There is typically a value associated with the products or the services. So let's say, for example, somebody tried to sell your blows for $1 billion. You have an idea of the value of a blows, and so somebody offering you, or rather requesting that you pay $1 billion for a blows is ridiculous. Yes? Likewise, you understand the value of your car. So if somebody came to you and said, hey, I'm willing to buy your car, but I'm only willing to pay $100 for it, you would rightfully tell them that they're crazy and hopefully not take the deal. Now, the stock market is very similar to any other market. The primary difference is that whereas in this example you're looking at a fruit market, on the stock market, what we have are publicly listed companies. And these are companies that most of us are already familiar with. So like NCB Financial Group is listed on the stock market. And you can buy NCB Financial Group. In fact, if you had, what's the market cap? The market cap I think is $3.something billion. If you had $3.7 billion, you could buy all of NCB. That's US dollars, sorry. Though, that should also explain why the Honorable Michael Lynch is a billionaire, no? So there's also Kingston Wars, Grace Kennedy. How many people here are Grace Kennedy people versus Lasco? As in you prefer Grace's products to Lasco products? Most of us. There's a reason to that, but I'll get into it later. RJR Green Company. Wisynco, anybody have Wisynco shares? Y'all happy? Did you buy the IPO? Good job. We're going to talk a little bit more about Wisynco later on. Alright? So then, we just said that the stock market is just another market. So why is it so complicated? Why is it that persons don't really understand what it is? I want to pose to you that the issue is with how we communicate the information as it relates to the stock market. Most of it is hyperfluid, most of it is centered around jargon, and so it intimidates a person who might even have a genuine interest in investing in the stock market. Alright? And our mission, which is something we have in common with Ms. Kalila Reynolds. How many of you follow Kalila Reynolds? Do? Alright, well, you need to follow Kalila Ray on Twitter. Alright? She gives out a lot of information and presents a lot of opportunities within the stock market. So, what we aim to do is to make the stock market easy to understand. For if we can do that, we would have eliminated the fear and we would have encouraged more people to actually participate in the exchange and benefit from the opportunities that exist there. How many of us know that the Jamaica Stock Exchange is now in its third year running as the best performing stock exchange in the world? No? Very good. Okay, so if you go on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website and you click on that running bar, you'll get to a page like this. Now I want to put to you that this page is not unlike this. Hopefully by the end of me talking about this, you'll be able to appreciate that this and this are one and the same thing. So what are we looking at here? This is the market quote from the Jamaica Stock Exchange. It's a direct screenshot. And what it is showing is the different products. Again, I wish I had the people, but it is showing you the different products. They're listed as securities on the left-hand side. So if we were to go through, and if time allows, I will do a live demonstration of that. That would be okay? So, once you start using the stock exchange enough, you then start to appreciate what these seemingly arbitrary letters and numbers mean. But each of these represents a different product, a different company that's listed on the stock exchange. So let's see. For example, GA. It's just telling you that those are the shares for Grace Kennedy. And if you go across, what you're seeing is a dollar value. Most of these are in Jamaican, and that's 60 Jamaican dollars. What that is saying is that Grace Kennedy shares currently sell for 60 Jamaican dollars. Alright? At the end, we're going to come back to this, and we're going to actually go through how to read this entire sheet. That will be the live example. Okay? So, if we understand that all of these are simply products or securities, they're stocks available to us, and these numbers represent the prices, could we then not relate that to this? Imagine if you were supposed to say walk into, let's say the stock market was a physical store. You would be able to walk in and you would see NCB, you would see Grace Kennedy, you would see an aisle for Jamaica Boilers, you would see an aisle for Sagicor, you would see an aisle for Scotia. And you would then be able to, just like you would walk here and pick up, I don't know what these are. Those look like, I'm going to argue. Thank you very much. Okay. This is Mr. Nathan Henderson. Okay, so continuing. So, just like you'll be able to pick up bananas and also the price, but let's assume that each banana is for 20 cents US or $30 Jamaican, right? You'll be able to go into a physical, if one existed, a physical stock market store and pick up Grace Kennedy shares, go to the cashier, pay your pay your $60 per share, and you walk out owning a piece of Grace Kennedy. Okay? What happened? Oh, this is scaled too much. I think more comfortable with actually smaller than. Can everybody see that? I know it's small. No? Alright. I'll make that a deal. Sorry. Yes, yes I can. They're controlled on the podium, on the left side. So if you look, you'll see the lights. So that's front. Alright, then just need to see. Alright, that should work. Okay, alright. Okay. I know you won't be able to see me on the because it's dark, right? That's fine. Okay. So now that we understand what the stock market is, let us look at what a stock is. So Investopedia has a really elaborate and extensive definition of what a stock is. The simple thing that you need to know is that a stock is simply a certificate. It's an investment security that represents ownership interest in a company. So if you own stock, you're considered to be a shareholder. It means that you are entitled to a part of the company's earnings as well as its assets. So that's what it means to be a shareholder. And the share you can think of as a slice of the company. So a person who owns all the shares in a company owns the entire company.